All right, well, I guess that pretty much brings us to the end of Introduction to Geographic Information Systems 1, Fundamentals in Mapping. We've covered a lot of information, and I hope that having been through this class, you really understand why the theory is important, as well as understanding how to be able to do these kinds of tasks in an industry-standard GIS software suite. But the operations of the software is not the most important part. Understanding this on a theoretical level, deeply internalizing what needs to go on, is really the core of this, and then you'll be able to take all of that to many different other software packages. So we have covered a tremendous amount of material in this course, but the material that we have covered really is fundamental to geographic information systems. The things that we have talked about in this course, you will continue to use over and over and over again, whether you are going to become a specialist in this field or are just here trying to find out some information and how to apply it to another project that you're working on. No matter what you're doing, you're going to have to be concerned with scale. No matter what you're doing, you're going to have to be thinking about projections. No matter what you're doing, you're going to have to be cognizant of the way that you present material in cartographic form, how you build a choropleth map, what you put on any kind of map, how are you presenting that information, and no matter what you do, you're going to have to apply that information when you are consuming maps. When you are presented with a map, you now know a whole lot of information about why what you're presented with is not the only representation of that phenomenon that you could be given, and if you don't know that the cartographer knew what they were doing, they may be presenting you with inaccurate information. So there has been a tremendous amount of information in this course, a lot of good information that you need to know going forward, and I really hope that you've enjoyed taking this course. I really hope that you've derived a lot of benefit from it, and I hope that it's whetted your appetite really to continue and learn more. The next thing that I go on to talk about in an introductory GIS course is vector data theory and geoprocessing. So the next thing, if you go forward in GIS with me, that you'll be learning is how do we really represent geographic phenomenon in what we call the vector data format. There are two different major ways that we can represent geographic phenomenon in GIS. One is the vector data theory and one is raster data theory. So the next subject that I go on to in an introductory GIS course is vector data theory. How do we represent phenomenon using that particular technique? What is it best for? And then how do we use phenomenon represented according to the vector data model to actually do analysis with? We start looking into how do we do analysis. So that's where we'll be moving on to if you choose to continue with me, and I really hope that you will. It's been a pleasure having you in this course, and I hope to see you in many more.